Chat, is this allowed? Are we on the cusp of seeing a revival? It's almost like Jim Rutherford's comments made the team better? Huh. Who knew this was possible? A Vancouver Canucks 3-game win streak after all the drama, all the controversy, all the whining and all the complaining about who's in the wrong, who's in the right, who deserves to stay, who deserves to go. We got Vancouver fans divided into 3 main parties. Actually, okay, we can say 4. There are folks who are saying, hey, trade JT Miller, he's a bully. There are folks saying, hey, trade Elias Pettersson, he's a baby. There are folks saying trade both because maybe both could be true. And then there's a very, very, very small part of the fan base, just based off of the comment section of my videos and what I'm seeing all over other parts of social media. There's a small part of the fan base that says, keep both. They're talented enough to figure this out, and I believe they will. Very small part of the fan base that's saying that, but based off of Rutherford's comments the other day, it seems like now that portion of the fan base is diminishing little by little because there's no way Rutherford's comments are going to inspire anybody to believe this team is capable of fixing whatever rift is there, and that these two guys, Petey and Miller, can put aside their issues for the greater good and have a team that's capable of winning like they had done last year. Or are they capable? I don't know. Because now, for the first time since the start of November, the Vancouver Canucks have a 3-game win streak. The Vancouver Canucks are back in the playoffs. And, you know, I had a conversation with a friend yesterday. He was talking about the Canucks. He's actually one of the guys that I play ESHL with on a daily basis, so you'll see his name in a few videos here and there. It's Brett, the same guy that we made fun of in Call of Duty Black Ops 2 a decade ago in old videos. But Brett was like, yeah, you know, and the Canucks, you know, they make the playoffs and everything. And I was like, really? You think they're going to make the playoffs? And I asked him that yesterday wholeheartedly, fully believing in my sentiment that said, yeah, no, the Canucks are not that team anymore. They're a fish out of water this season. They're playing poorly, they're not stringing together wins, they're inconsistent, their top guys are not top guys, etc. You think they're going to make the playoffs? And my buddy Brett was like, yeah, they have to. Not only did they have a really good season last year, made the second round, led the Pacific last year, they got to be a playoff team this year because of that, but secondly, the teams that they're battling against in that second wildcard spot, the Canucks should be better than those teams. And he listed the Calgary Flames and the Blues. I thought about it and I was like, you know what? That's actually a really good point. They're right on the outside looking in. Now they are in. They have one more game played than Calgary, one more point than Calgary as well. The Calgary Flames have been winning games as of late, so they are formidable, worthy opponents in this race in the final wildcard position. But Vancouver is right in that mix, and I think what MoneyPuck said, their playoff odds are around 40-something% on the season, which is not, you know, out of it. It's not 50%, it's not a coin flip, it's just underneath that. But now with 3 wins in a row, and a pretty convincing win over a Nashville Predators team that we know this team is interested in defeating because they had done so in the playoffs last year. With 3 wins in a row, they are in it. They're in the thick of it. Everybody knows. And I wanted to give a few apologies to some guys, because in this 3-1 win over the Nashville Predators, you know, 3-1 win, it's the most regular freaking win in hockey. Maybe there was a time, let's say 2014, 2015, 2016-ish era, where a 3-1 win would be a lot more common than it is nowadays. Nowadays, the NHL has kind of gone to the wire with its goal production. Save percentages are down from a decade ago. I feel like 3-1 wins don't really happen as much nowadays compared to before, but 3-1 is still the most basic hockey score that you can get. And while it does seem like, oh, the Canucks won 3-1, a 2-goal win, it was probably easy for them. Oh no, that's not where you will be correct, fam, because this game was not easy. The Canucks almost had to play the same defensively minded and shut down, lower pacing style that they had in last year's playoff series against Nashville, and they were able to win based off of a few notable performances from guys on defense and guys in the net. In particular, Thatcher Demko, Thatcher the Snatcher. Hey, Jim Rutherford said earlier in the week that he is not at all uncomfortable with the way Thatcher Demko has presented himself and the way he has performed. He is probably going to get back up to speed. He is not worried about Thatcher Demko looking a little shaky in the ways that he was moving and making saves in this return that he had. And Thatcher Demko was like, yeah, you know what? I heard that everybody was talking smack. Kevin Lankinen, he stole my crease. He's the number one guy. Not going to deny that, but man, Thatcher the Snatcher, 31 saves. And out of this 31, some of them were really brilliant, like shorthanded breakaways and just plays out in front. Thatcher Demko needing to be as sharp as he has always been. Everybody's talking about his knee. He can't really bend it the same way. He can't really goaltend the same way. He's got to do it from a different altitude that he's used to. So obviously Thatcher Demko is in a rough spot, but he looked great today. You know who else looked great? Tyler freaking Myers. What is this, 2-3 games in a row where we've discussed how good Tyler Myers looks? Not to mention his D partner, Quinn Hughes, to assist today, setting plays up and making things happen as always. I mean, the Vancouver Canucks are getting multiple assist games out of Quinn Hughes, multi-point games continuously. What's his third straight multi-point game? How often does that happen? Elias Pettersson scored himself a point. He looked really good in this game. I mean, you talk about the skill that Petey has. Yeah, it's all there on display. Sure, there are people doubting the capacity that he has to lead a team to the promised land. Can he be a first-line center on a Stanley Cup winning team? I don't know. We'll see whether or not his demeanor is influenced by the forces that be, like players like JT Miller, for example, on his squad. If that is as much of a deterrent as it seems to be in Pettersson's effectiveness and capabilities on the ice, then we'll see whether or not he's really that dude to step up. But for now, he had a good game. And we, of course, can give props to Pettersson and his entire line today. First goal of the game, it's Nils Hoglander. Really nice give-and-go passing play. Petey drops it over to Hughes, who one-touch passes it to Hoglander, who comes in, he shoots, and he scores. A really nice goal to beat the glove of Juuse Saros. Just a minute later, though, in the first period, the Predators make it 1-1. Tommy Novak catches Demko on a rebound as Carson Soucy makes the unfortunate pinch at the Predators' blue line. It results in a 2-on-1. Noah Juulsen is the guy back. You know it's a 2-on-1 with Juulsen back. That's going to be a goal. Zachary Leroux puts the puck on goal. Rebound out there. Novak comes in. He shoots and he scores. Pius Suter kind of loses his man there, but then again, you know, he had to back check hard to try to catch up to Novak in the first place, considering Novak had a pretty big head start on Suter on that foot race. But it's a 1-1 game quickly, and the second period is where we get the game-winning goal. First minute and a half of period number 2, Pettersson goes back over to Hughes, who then throws it over down to the goal line for Tyler Myers, who chucks it out in front back door for Linus Karlsson. That is his first NHL goal. It took him a while. You know, this was the guy that the Vancouver Canucks acquired in the Jonathan Dahlen trade, who, by proxy, was acquired from Vancouver in the Alex Burrows trade. So this is everything coming full circle from back then until now. Linus Karlsson, his first NHL goal, assisted by one of the best defensemen in the NHL, Tyler Myers, and Quinn Hughes also happened to be on that play. The final goal of the game, Pius Suter, empty net goal with 19 seconds to go off the face-off. Vancouver wins the draw. Miller sends it back down, and it's rimmed around the boards for Josi, held up there, almost trying to find Marchessault, but Suter comes in with the steal. And Suter, the shooter, the long-range wrister, gets it in, and the Vancouver Canucks win 3-1. It's hard to make a game review summary video about low-scoring games, so we got to really base it off of the narratives here. But Vancouver, 3-1 win? That's got to be it, man. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below about the conversation about the Canucks here. Do you think this is going to be the change? They've won 3 in a row. Can they make it 4? The Canucks, next up, they have on their schedule It's the Dallas Stars, so one of the best teams. Maybe you're probably going under on this one, but let me know your thoughts in the comment section either way. I hope you enjoyed this video, such as Troll 9, and bye.